My movie recollection with Vincent Cloud.
My movie recollection. Oh wait, we're even recording. I didn't accept yet.
You didn't accept. Then it was just recording me talking to alone.
Yeah, but my movie recollection, because he said it. My movie recollection, and I'm Scott Allwood.
And this is the show where we talk random movies typically and quickly, but it's not going to be random as much. This is going to be a very special episode called the Woody Allen Universe, the Woodyverse.
There you go.
Ah. So let's get it started. We this is also a game. We have to guess the movie, and then even if we guess it, we haven't seen it, then we have to assume the plot for that particular that movie. So
Should we
let's
let
go
him
with
know that?
yours.
Should we? Well, are we doing the 2000s thing?
Oh, sure, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be narrowed down since we don't want to have too much fun. It's going to be 2000s and would it be 2000s and up because
Yeah.
or would it be 2010s? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
what if someone maybe had a movie that was in the 2000s and it doesn't? It wasn't in the 2010s.
Yeah,
Let's just
just
2010s. Well, it's out.
oh my God. Hold on. We'll meet something here. Okay, here we go. Three-word title starts first word starts with a V as in victorious.
Hmm. Here's the thing. I haven't seen a lot of Woody Allen movies, and the
Uh,
ones that I've seen were like 10 years ago. And I watched two recently, but
okay.
if
Um
I'm sleeping all goddamn day, I don't know. We're so unprepared. You were just like, hey, let's do that Woody Allen thing. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And now I'm sitting here going, this isn't fun, man.
well, no, this is what it was. I think the decision to, only 2000s, for example, or just 90s is kind of weird, but I'm gonna go with it. Let's talk about this movie. I think it's pretty good. It's got ScarJo in it, Scarlett Johansson.
Is that the one with the three names?
And what are those names?
Definitely don't know those names. I have not seen this movie because I like Scarlett Johansson a lot, especially in Woody's. But who's the is it like Caviar? I don't know. It's like Kate Xavier. So, is that his name?
Javier Bardem
Javier
and
Modem.
and
Javier.
and, and Penelope
Cruz.
Cruz.
Penelope Cruz. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen this movie. It's about three siblings. No, they're definitely not siblings. But I would say they're hanging about at a cabin. They all booked it at the same time accidentally. So they're like, you know what? Let's hang out. Now, maybe Penelope Cruz and Caviar, I'm going to keep calling them that, are a couple. And then Scarlett Johansson kind of like gets them to fall in love with her, like on separate occasions or something. And then it becomes this weird thing where they both fall in love with her, but maybe she doesn't realize that she had done that to a couple. Isn't that a fun movie? I hope that is this movie. I would see that movie.
Yeah, why don't you write that, Scott? You're a writer. Just fucking totally rip off Woody Allen. Just, Scott Allen. Yeah.
Is that what this movie is?
No, it's Johansson and some other actress. I don't remember her name, but they're two Americans who go to Barcelona. And then they meet Javier Bardem, and he's like extremely like charismatic, and he basically is trying to get with those two girls, but they're kind of like, well, we're not gonna do a three-way thing. One of us is gonna get with them and stuff. And so they're hanging out for this weekend, and it's kind of like, oh, what's gonna happen here? Who's actually gonna get with who? Because Bardem could get either one, and he's aware of that. But then the weekend's crashed by his ex-wife, Penelope Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and oh man, like I believe Penelope won the Oscar for this. I think she won Best Supporting, I think, or at least nominated for sure. And yeah, she shows up, she shakes things up, she's just calling him out on his bullshit. He's like this artist, but she's like, he stole all his stuff from me, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like he
Like
just
that's so fun. Like for him to still be trying to fuck these girls, just being like, no, don't fall for that shit. He said that to me 20 years ago.
yeah, and it's told differently because after a while that weekend's up, and one of them gets with Bardem and the other one goes away. I kind of can't remember what else happens, but there's those Woody Allen twists where it's like, oh, this is a nice little twist on a tale, like, oh, this is told a little differently. Um, yeah, I just it's good. There is one thing that's kind of annoying is the main theme of the song. It's like it's this sung song by a woman, and it ends with something something in Barcelona. And my ex and I, we were watching it, and we just couldn't stand that song after a while because it kept playing throughout the movie.
After
But
he have to eat like the end of each scene at Barcelona.
yeah,
It definitely
basically.
get on my nerves.
Yeah, because in most Woody Allen movies, he has the jazz in the background for the opening credits, which is just great. But this is like some sultry Italian music the whole time. That Barcelona song. Yeah, it's
Only had the
it's
one song for the budget, so we just kept repeating it. I'm
yeah,
particularly a jazz fan, or I wouldn't want jazz music in any other movie that I would be watching, but it makes sense and I'm okay with it in Woody Allen movies. It has its presence and I like just enjoy it with the atmosphere. I don't know.
for sure. I think I've enjoyed jazz in person. Like if I happen to go to a place, I'm like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
that's kind of
love
cool.
it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. You ever see him perform with it? Like he performs, he plays an instrument and randomly plays with a band. It's pretty sweet.
No, I have not. That's sounds bizarre. You guys
uh
get up here. Sure, Woody, come on up, I guess. And like, guys, just play. I say that as if he's not like good at playing something. Like
no,
he's an asshole going, I'm a big time director. I'm gonna get up there and play this little flute. And it's not going with the music at all.
no, he's good. He's good. Oh, okay. So are you a fan of Scarlett Johansson? Are you a fan of these stars?
Yeah. Most of the
Uh,
people he casts are people I enjoy and that I wouldn't even think of putting them in that role. There are even certain people where I am fine with them, but when they're in a Woody Allen movie, something about him can elevate the performance of theirs to a point where I'm like, I really like that person now, and I want to seek them out in other stuff. As
for
to where
sure.
if I watch something else, I'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Isn't it? I mean, that's so cool. Like, I was talking to John about Woody Allen, and he's like, "Oh, it's kind of a blind spot," and I'm like, "They're good. Like, I think you would enjoy them." And again, I think I mentioned this is when he moved to Europe, and he just was revitalized. Like all of a sudden he's sultry movies and shit like that. It's really good.
And I didn't think that I actually stayed away from some of the movies that like weren't what I wanted from him because I was always about like I want the comedy from him. So when he would go into some type of like mystery or thriller or whatever, I just didn't seek them out for whatever reason. But when I sit down and actually watch whatever else of his, I still thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah. The man's great at his craft. He's one of those masters in my eyes. Okay. New movie from yours.
The movie.
New movie. Let's go with number two.
Are you sure?
Okay. Uh, number
This
one.
is actually this is one of my favorite movies.
Oh
of
shit.
his.
In the
It's
2000s.
and it's one word, starts with S.
Scoop?
It is. Yeah.
Dang.
Um,
Oh my God. I've seen it. This is another
yeah.
Johansson. And in 2000s, Woody Allen, like every decade, Woody Allen has his it girl in all
Oh,
his
yeah.
movies. In 2000s, it was totally Scarlett Johansson. And I remember, was it in the back of the DVD where she's in her like swimsuit? And I'm like, oh
That
my
red
God.
bikini, or that was
Yes.
bikini, but
Yeah. And this is, isn't, I thought this was when Woody Allen's like, I'm acting again, guys. Or like, a great Woody, thanks. I don't know why we like to pretend everyone
thanks,
just
buddy.
tolerates.
Get on in there, I guess.
Oh man.
That's one of the reasons I watched this movie, is because I didn't think much of Scarlett Johansson when I start, because I didn't even start watching his movies until around this time, age wise. And it's not like I seeked out this one in particularly right away, but I watched it because he was in it and he came back. So I was like, oh, I'll check this one out. And it has also Hugh Jackman in it. So you've seen it as well, right?
Yeah, but like I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Um they're both detectives, Woody Allen and Scarlett Johansson? No.
Well, so it's Scarlett Johansson is a journalist, and then she goes to a magic show where the magician is Woody Allen. And then he brings her up on stage, puts her in this box, and then this like afterlife soul comes in there and says, "Hey, I got the scoop for you. This person is a murderer. Seek them out and figure out whatever." And so at first, like, it doesn't go to much, but then it happens again, and then Woody Allen sees this afterlife figure as well, like at an after show or something. And then so he decides to go ahead and team up with her and try to figure out who this person is. They find him, it's Hugh Jackman. So they decide that Scarlett Johansson is going to get close to him, and they are going to have him be the grandfather, and so that way he can be around and then snoop as well. And they just keep doing a lot of snooping. And then Woody Allen believes he is the murderer. Scarlett doesn't want him to be because she falls in love with him essentially. And there's just a lot of shenanigans along the way. And I think it just plays out very well throughout the whole movie. And she is so like she just is so funny to me in this movie. And I never thought of her as a funny actress until this moment.
You know, and the script must have really reached out to Jackman and Johansson because they're like, I guess we could do another magician movie like we just did Prestige. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Was that- Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie actually.
Dude, that's my favorite Nolan movie. I'm not even a big fan of Nolan, really, but fucking Prestige is awesome. Holy shit.
And I like Hugh Jackman a lot, and the way it just unravels is a lot of fun. And then of course, spoilers, Hugh Jackman is the killer, and he like takes her out on this boat, and there's this whole thing to where he's just menacing, and he like just pushes her out the boat because initially they meet because she fakes being a bad swimmer, so he has to save her, so he thinks he's just going to drown her, so he
Oh
pushes her over
shit.
and then calls the police. Oh my god, she's dead. And then like the cops are there, and Scarlett just walks in and is like, what up, I'm not dead, you tried to kill me, because she is actually a good swimmer. She just was faking being a bad swimmer.
And
So it
that
just kind of came full circle. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you, Woody. This is 2006, and you're creating something like this at how old? It's fucking nuts.
I really, he really makes me feel lazy, like here I am, 39 years old, and I have written at least two scripts, and that took like one took like almost a decade to write. And he's churning out not only a movie a year, but they're good. Like it's so crazy
Not
to
just
me.
like he's writing, producing, directing, getting it all fucking done in 1 year. He
Oh,
turned into a machine.
have you ever heard of anyone speaking about how he directs or his directing style, like any of the actors?
My ex-girlfriend bought me like a documentary about that stuff, but I don't remember. It's been 10 years since I watched it. Have
I
you?
I think they mention like how he's kind of not distant, but he won't say much. His direction is very minimal and stuff. Like, yeah. And it's almost like the actors just like, well, we know what a Woody Allen movie is. We know the pace. We know, they just know. They're eager to jump in. They see the script, and I think that's what it is.
He just keeps it pretty loose. He's like, hey, you know what it is. Come on, let's go. Let's go have some
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you know who the fuck I am. Like,
fun.
oh shit.
Stands
Oh,
on a chair. You know who I am.
oh, here's a question before we move on. Scott, you've acted before. Would you be in a Woody Allen movie?
Of course. I mean, that would be so fun.
Oh yeah. Fuck
And
yeah.
I am a neurotic person. So,
Oh, you assume you're gonna get the lead, huh? Oh,
of
okay.
course. Okay. Hey, there are more than just one. I know you think there's only one.
Uh, all right.
I'd
Yeah,
be in
let's
anything. I'll be in. Please, Vince, make a movie so I could come be in it.
yeah, and vice versa. I'll be in yours. We'll be in each other's. All right, let's go from my list here. Let's see if we could find a 2000s. This is no, that's 99.
You're so mad. Ah,
Hold on. My stupid laptop is being smart. My God, you fucker. Okay.
that is the thing
Um,
about these is that I'll remember the gist, not even the gist anymore. Because again, like I said, it's been years. I'm trying to stall as he looks for what he
oh,
needs to.
I have thank you, Scott. I have the movie here. Three-word title. First word starts with M as in Manhattan.
Okay. Hmm. Who stars in it? Give me who's the star?
Oh man, I'm trying to Will Ferrell. That's the yeah, Will
Oh,
Ferrell.
Melinda and Melinda.
No M&Ms.
I
Eminem.
do
Let's
know what this is about. I have not seen this movie, which is bizarre because I love Will Ferrell. Isn't Steve Carell in this as well? Or at least have a role?
oh man. It's been a while since I've seen this. I don't think so.
Hmm.
But yeah, what do you think it could possibly be about? Like, do you remember any trailers or anything?
I just remember the cover of them, like him and this chick, and they're outside walking. No, I have no idea.
Um, it's it's a movie that is told in it's like the same woman, Melinda, is with Will Ferrell, and I think they're married or dating. And while that's going on, another story is being told in an alternate universe where Melinda's with this other guy. Chip, oh fuck, what I don't remember his name. Chittle something. Fuck.
Chittle?
I'm just gonna click on it.
Cheeds Chittle, that
I'm,
popular actor from around that time. What was this, 2004?
oh my gosh, I hate this fucking website right now. Okay, Chai Wetel El Joy for fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. No, I have a real person.
He was in that movie 12 Years a Slave. Oh, dude, Steve Carell is in this movie. Well done. And
I
Josh Brolin.
I love to go on IMDb and like when I'm obsessed with an actor or a director, I just kind of like check their whole archive of what they are in. Um, so yeah, anyway, so it's
Um,
just, I mean, are they dealing with the same problems in each universe, or is it just two different movies, but she's Melinda?
Yeah, it's like two different movies. Like, the one with Will Ferrell is the comedic part of her life or what could have been, I guess. But then with the other character, I don't even remember their
Does it go
relationship.
back and does it go back and forth, or is it just like play through?
It cuts back and forth for sure. Yeah. Um, but I think Will Ferrell's trying to have an affair though, and then in that point of view, and then the other point of view, she's trying to have an affair on her husband, but it's not Will Ferrell. It's so weird, but you enjoy it. It kind of
That
reminds me of
sounds pretty interesting.
Crimes and Misdemeanors a little bit. Remember how that movie was like silly one side and then the other part was dark? It's kind of like that.
I did I do remember seeing that and liking it, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. You know what? We're going to prepare a little. We need to rewatch these movies, to be honest.
Oh no. For me, the whole point of recollection is just what can you and
Oh,
of course Scott has the
I have
worst memory.
the worst.
You know what?
I think he brought me on here just to showcase how much better of a memory he has. He created this podcast to make me look like a fool.
Um so yeah, I don't know. I don't remember too much. I did enjoy this movie. So there you go. Let's move on to yours, Scott.
All right. Um,
Four?
one or two, because I've just got two left.
Oh, uh, two. Yeah. Let us let us play. My God.
There are six words. Oh, it starts with A, and that's the first word.
As in A, huh? A. Oh shit. I don't know. Who's in it?
Wait, I'm doing like, okay, yeah. It has Ellie Fanning,
Oh. Ah shit. I probably didn't watch this.
good old Timothy Chalamet, Matey,
Oh man,
Steve Schreiber,
ooh, that sounds cool. I haven't seen it. Whatever it is.
Selena Gomez.
Ooh, hey, you know what? I like her thanks to Murders
Yeah.
Only.
Fame,
OnlyFans.
baby. So you haven't seen it. Would you like me to just tell you?
Yes.
A Rainy Day in New York, 2019.
So this is what so Woody Allen went back
I think
to.
this was like last movie that was because then afterwards there was that a bit kind of like the whole stuff got brought back up, and now he's about I don't know, maybe not.
Okay, A Rainy Day in New York. No idea what it's about. Timothy Chalamet's neurotic. He's a writer, yeah. And then he's dealing with his wife or ex-wife. I don't know. It's just the typical Woody Allen stuff. And again, that's not a
Yeah,
criticism.
you throw it like a freaking grapefruit in a little bucket, and you're probably gonna get it right. uh, but yeah, it's about Timothy and Ellie, and they're I don't know if they're married. I don't remember that part, but they're together and they're at this school, and then she gets this. He's like from a rich family, and anyway, she goes to school. I know that, but she wants to be a journalist, and she gets this opportunity, like they go to New York, and she gets to meet up with this director and be able to interview him. So that's Liev Schreiber. And then so Timothy's like, yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that because I'm neurotic. No, he has his own sense of it's not like your typical Woody Allen performance. He plays it, but it's definitely different. And this made me appreciate him because he's been just kind of doing blockbusters and it's like whatever to me, but I really enjoyed him in this movie. Same with Ellie, but So he has this whole list of things he wants to do, but then she goes to this director and he kind of just is infatuated with her and is like, "Hey, you want a real scoop? Let's go talk to or watch my movie, this movie that I made that I hate and you might like." And so she's like, "Hey, sorry, like this is such an opportunity. I'm going to go do that." So he kind of has to figure out what he's going to do in New York. And that's when he runs into Selena Gomez, who I guess he remembers from his younger days. They're both young still, so it's not like how long ago. So then her whole story is like getting wrapped up with this director, and then she meets someone else, and this guy is a Hollywood person, and that he's infatuated with like all these big time people because he brings her to a party, and then that's where she meets these other people. And that guy from Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One, the main guy. Did you ever see that movie?
Uh, yeah, the main guy. Yeah,
But he's
the
infatuated with her too. And then, yeah, it's a whole thing of where she just keeps blowing Timothy off in a like not a good way. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. And they both kind of have their own adventures. And I don't know if they stay together because I know that there's like this whole thing between Timothy and Selena throughout. Ooh, Jude Law's in this as well. And it's such a short scene, but I love Jude Law in this moment. Like I don't feel one way or the other about Jude Law, but he was so good in this little because he likes Ellie, takes her to like his ex-girlfriend's place and is like suddenly he's fighting with his ex-girlfriend. I don't know. It's worth a check out for sure.
this kind of reminds me somewhat of real life. I had this girlfriend who a lot of other guys liked, and it's like I always had to be, I don't know. I'm like, oh, there's all these fucking animals waiting in the wings, waiting for me to fuck up or something, you know? And
You keep blowing you off too in the bad way.
no, no. But no, just knowing that they're like, you have a girl who like you like, but there's a reason. She's so fucking,
Yeah, like has an aura that everybody loves, of course. Of course, everyone's gonna love this girl that you like.
yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of like a sucky thing sometimes. But also, I was going to mention if I were ever to be an actor and I had a girl, like I had my wonderful girlfriend, I would not want to bring her to these Hollywood parties because fucking, like,
Bunch of vultures out there.
I mean, imagine the charisma of all these celebrities in one place and they like your girl, or she can't help it but be attracted to all these talents and stuff, Fuck. That's tough.
Even I mean, even for her. So like Ellie plays this very naive person too. So she's just kind of falling into it, thinking nothing of it, while these men have these ill intentions. But she also like is like kisses in one scene, she like strips down and she's under underwear, and the guy's girlfriend gets home. So she's not innocent either.
Wow, that's so odd to think of her in such an adult role because I just think of what was it, 8 millimeter or not 8 millimeter, Super 8.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh JJ.
Abrams.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember being so excited about that movie. And it was like I was like, okay, that was fine.
Yeah, me and Abrams. I don't know. I think I like some of his stuff a little bit, and then now I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I like him. Should we let's do another movie?
You got it, buddy.
You know what? If this movie isn't next, oh my gosh, it is. All right, let's do. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I just want to talk about this movie. This is a two-word title. It starts with a C, as in charisma.
I know what C is. What year?
Hey, man, I'm just trying to help you out, you
Oh,
fucking asshole.
it's
I
Sandra's
know what a
Dream.
C is.
Is
Yes,
it?
Cassandra's Dream. Let's talk about it. Ian McGregor, Colin Farrell.
I have not seen it.
Oh, what do you think it's about?
I remember looking it up and it was one of those movies where it wasn't the typical standard Woody Allen movie, at least what I felt reading the description, because it's not about a guy who likes a younger girl. Oh, you. No, I don't know. I don't have a clue. So it's Ewan, and Colin, the best buds, and they're going after a younger girl.
It's they're brothers, and they have this rich uncle played by Tom Wilkinson, I believe, who's awesome. Like, but both Ian McGregor is always awesome, and Colin Farrell's really good. Like, I've kind of on the fence when it comes to him sometimes, but he's good in this movie.
When he
He's like,
busted on the scene in phone booth, I was like, I like this guy. I just liked his chops, his acting chops.
oh right, he's just in a booth the whole fucking time. That's acting, man. Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh,
they
yeah. So they're two brothers. Ian McGregor's more responsible. Colin Farrell's the fuck up, and he's in debt. And their rich uncle takes like he shows up. They don't really see him very often, but eventually he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you boys real quick?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And it's like raining out, and they're under this willow tree, and he's like, "This cannot leave this tree." uh, I would like to pay you guys to kill somebody. They're like, what? And he's like, yeah, like this person's going to be releasing this is it a report or something? Or I don't know, like it's gonna ruin his business and just ruin him.
and this
And
is not
so
right.
what?
This isn't a comedy, right?
No, no, not at all. No, it's a very well done thriller, I suppose. And oh man, there's this wonderful actress in it. Sadie Hawkins, I think. Um
I mean, there's Sadie Hawkins dance. Do they go to a Sadie Hawkins dance?
Oh shit. Damn. I wish I was your lover. Uh, but yeah, it's dramatic. It's just well done. There's little twists and turns as they're like, well, how do we get to know this target? Then they have to study what he does, and then they have to figure out when to kill him and stuff like that. I don't remember the person they have to kill anymore, but it's
Paying?
just well done.
Is he paying them? Are they just hoping to get more inheritance? Or
Oh no, he's paying him. Yeah, he's like I don't even remember, like millions of dollars. Yeah. Um, dang. And then Cassandra's dream is actually the boat the brothers want to buy eventually, I think. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's well done. It's another like for some reason I didn't watch it when it came out. I don't know why. I think I didn't really care for Colin Farrell. So I just watched it maybe last year and I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like I really enjoyed it. So yeah, there you go, man.
cool, man. Just kind
Uh
of wish that like we could just be like, all right, let's each grab two Woody Allen movies we want to watch and go check them out.
yeah. Definitely check this one out, man. It's cool. It's that revitalized Woody again. Well, what do you say? One more movie of yours? Do you have any more? You have more, right?
I do, but I only remember so much about it.
God.
Two words starts with B.
B. Uh oh. Oh shit. Drawing a blank here. Who's in it?
Alec Baldwin, Kate Blanchett, Louis C.K., Peter Sarsgaard.
Oh man. I never saw this. I want to. Blue Jasmine.
It is.
Damn. Okay,
Now
so
that I
for
think of it, this was around the time that I started to watch his movies more so because I went and saw this in theaters.
okay, so from what I can tell, and I might be wrong, but have you ever seen it's basically the plot of uh, uh, A Streetcar Named Desire. You ever see that?
I have not, and I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, I think Kate Blanchett, from what I could tell from the trailers, is like she's kind of losing her mind,
Mhm.
and she's like, so she goes and moves in with a friend of hers or a sister or something, and then that sister has like a brutish husband, and she tries to date like a schmuck or something, and she's just slowly unraveling, and that's basically what Streetcar is. Like it, yeah, the same plot. But I'm like, and that I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't watch it. But then I hear that Kate Blanchett won the Oscar. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But yeah.
Well, like I remember liking it a lot, but I laugh because I watch American Dad religiously, and they make this joke. So it pops up every once in a while. It just popped up the other day when I was watching 18 episodes in a row when I couldn't fall asleep. And it's like Roger says, "Oh, stop up the joke with Blue Jasmine. So slow, so boring, so good." It describes it perfectly. I do want to say that I don't really think about Peter Skarsgård, but this movie, I just really enjoyed him in it. And I've seen him in a few things since, and he just kind of pops up. And when he does, I'm like, oh, that's Peter! Peter! Let me watch you act.
Peter Skarsgård, that's the dad of Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Like
This is
Bootstrap Bill or something.
this is a younger bloke. I don't know much about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh shit. Okay, Skarsgård. Well, there's like three of them, I think, right?
Maybe.
I think. Yeah, yeah, I do want to watch it. It is on my things to do list because again, I love Kate Blanchett.
Oh, really? What else do you like her in?
The Lord of the Rings movies. She was really good in Elizabeth, those Elizabeth movies.
I didn't watch any of those.
Oh, and she fucking rocks in that Bob Dylan movie. She plays Bob Dylan in I'm Not There. Oh, so awesome. She plays a man. Isn't that great?
I don't know much about Kate. I was bummed because I liked Louis C.K. a lot at the time. And I was like, oh, he's gonna be in the new Woody Allen? That's fucking crazy. And he wasn't in it that much.
Yeah.
And he did because he's like, I don't know, like should I go over here? Should I stand over here? Is that okay? Should I stand over here? But it's so much more dry than he is in anything else that he does. And maybe that was the intention. And that's what I remember. We could watch it right now and he'd be like, "Ah, what the fuck just happened?"
Andrew Dice Clay doesn't he's in that movie, right? Too?
Yeah, yeah. I think I do recall that because that was a big thing. A lot of
Did he?
random people.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Yeah. It's on a list. I will watch it one day. And I'll call you up that very night.
Yeah. Hey, man, guess what? I finally did it. You watched Blue Jasmine? Sure did. All right, good night.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Is this the end? Do we do one more movie? What do you want to do?
But I feel like we've fucked this podcast. See, right there, boom. We fucked this podcast up enough.
We podcupped. That's the new term. If you mess up on a podcast, you podcupped.
Good. Just pod cupped bad there. Don't
All right.
invite it.
You know what? There's other 2000s movies, but maybe we'll circle back eventually. Tune in next Woody Allen episode where we cover the 90s. Ah. Till then, my movie recollection. Like, subscribe, comment if you're on YouTube. Go to mymovierecollection.com. I was Vincent Cloud.
I'm Scott Alwyn. Thanks for watching.